Hi, this is Healing and Reach Tarot. Welcome, Leo. This will be your reading for the month of May 2020, for the whole month of May. In the description box below, there will be a link for private tarot readings if you would like one of those, if this resonates and you want more information, or if it doesn't resonate and you'd like a more personal reading. Also, I'm available to do distance healing sessions. So the link for that as well is below. I'm an energy healer and body worker of 20 years experience, and distance healing is something that I've done before, and I'm really starting to pick up and do it a lot more in this time, in this climate that we're in. So there's a description of what that entails in the link below. So welcome if you are back, and also if you're new here, please hit subscribe to receive more videos from this channel, and also like to share this video for more people who may need to hear this message. So this is for you, Leo. Getting right in here, we are going to start with the Crystal Mandala Oracle deck, just to kind of give a spiritual overall perspective of maybe what your energy is about lately. So you got the Divine Rebel. It is Ascended Master Kuan Yin, which is a very feminine, enlightened energy, and Pearl is the crystal. So that's the card. I'm going to read this really quickly because it's beautiful and it is difficult to paraphrase. So this is just the beginning of this meditation for this card. It goes on, but this just sort of summarizes what it's about. We bring you the blessing of the Divine Rebel. Divine rebels shake things up, create a divine disturbance, and refuse to play by the rules. They do this because they love divine love. They know there is nothing as powerful as the unconditional love of the divine. It will have its way in the world, in the hearts of all living beings. It will not be tamed, controlled, restricted, or denied. If there is a rule that gets in the way of that love, then the Divine Rebel will find another way so that love can have its way. The Divine Rebel in you is not meant to do things the way others say you should. Some people may become frustrated with you because they won't know why you have to stand up and speak your truth. That's okay. Divine rebels are not always understood, but they are respected by those who are ready to make love more important than fear, and who are willing to contribute constructively towards healing the world. Well, that's an amazing message there for you, Leo. I see Leos as natural leaders and naturally having a lot of courage. So this card definitely feels like it's talking about having courage to follow your divine inner spark in whatever way that's coming up for you right now, Leo. So I encourage you to listen to that rebel inside. So that's the overall spiritual energy that you had at the moment in May 2020. So this is for getting into tarot cards, using the Star Tarot today, getting into what messages we have for Leo for May 2020. What messages do we have for Leo, May 2020? What cards do we have to show the energies for Leo for May 2020? That feels really good. Ha! Right off the bat, we got the Strength card as defining you, Leo, which is your card. That's amazing. And that's confirming. Love it. Ooh, love it. All right, Leo. I'm just going to take this in really quickly, and then I'll show you each card as I talk about it. And so love may come into my readings, and relationships in general, definitely, and also spiritual messages are my main focus, but that encompasses everything really, whether it's work, love, life, all these things. So I'm definitely getting the feeling that you do know what you want. You do know your heart. You do know what inspires you. And that the card that's representing you here is the Strength card, as I said in the beginning. And this is a card of strength because she's faced her darker side, she's faced her angry side, she's faced her powerful side, she's faced her fears, and she has now a level of grace and power and strength, having faced all of those darker aspects in herself. I feel as though there's something coming up for you, Leo, that feels like the depth of your heart. So it's like the depth of your power, but it's very connected to your heart as well. So it's both. It feels like depth, but heart depth, inspired heart depth. That's just this feeling I'm getting in this reading. And I feel like you're working through past restrictions or past self-restrictions that you've felt in your life or put upon yourself. And I'm hearing right now for some of you that it's messages from others, messages from other voices in your life, maybe parental or authority figures or people who have tried to kind of keep you down unknowingly perhaps, or maybe knowingly, but wherever those voices come from your past, that you're working through them and that you've embodied them in some way that they feel restrictive. So you're working through clearing them so that you don't feel like you're in a stalemate anymore. So this is beneath you, and this is the card of stalemate, or a card of not being able to move forward, mental conflict or constriction. So you had the Eight of Wands crossing the Strength card, which feels like the voices that were that you're working through, that you're learning how to master, hearing them, recognizing them, and moving past them. And then the Beneath You card is, so what's kind of unconsciously motivating that is this feeling of not being able to move forward. And so in the past, in the recent past, I feel like you've taken time for respite. You've taken time to go within and restore, listen, restore your energy, listen deeply, really feel your own heart. This figure has her hand or his hand over his or her heart. And she, just like the Strength card, is listening to the wisdom of like ancestral beings, bears, or, you know, in shamanism, maybe the bear is significant for some of you as a archetypal, helpful animal energy. And there's a deep wisdom, a deep power that you know you have that feels very connected to the earth, very connected to ancient wisdom, that I feel like you have listened to recently, that you are more conscious of, that is operating in you now. And I just heard that some of you are stepping into a new job, or some of you are stepping into a new aspect for your work, and that you're wondering how you're going to bring in these deeper spiritual energies that you have in your heart. I feel like this reading right now is confirmation that you can, and that you should be that divine rebel, and you should bring in these energies. The earth, the world needs them, even if it doesn't feel like there's room for it or a structure for it. Bring it in anyway, I feel like, is the message. The Four of Pentacles crowns you. I'm seeing the Reiki symbol in the sun in this card. There's a Reiki symbol in the card in the sun. If you can see that, I don't think that she meant it to be one, but it feels confirming that some of you may be healers, and that some of you, this card feels very spiritual to me all of a sudden right now. Four of Pentacles typically just means sometimes miserliness, it's the traditional meaning, or, holding your boundaries tight around money, feeling self-sustained, but also kind of contained and boundaryful around money. But this card in this deck right now for you, Leo, feels like you have stability through this card, but also deep spiritual connection and stability coming together. The message feels like your stability is through your spirituality, through your spiritual connection, through your higher self connection, through knowing that you can manifest spiritual work in the world. I just see and feel very strongly letting divine light come down into your higher self point above your head, and allowing that to saturate in your higher self point, so you feel more connected and you feel stable and grounded in your spiritual connection, is what you're moving towards, is what's crowning you. It's what you hold idealized in your life right now. It's very coming in very importantly. In the near future, we have the Ten of Wands. This again is reflecting to me this question that you have upon yourself. How do I bring spiritual connection into the world more? How do I bring my own spiritual knowingness into the world more? I feel like the bear on this figure's back is saying to me, it's like a burden, but more like a reminding you of, I'm here to do this, and if I don't do this, then I'm going to feel unfulfilled. So it's, the bear is there reminding you of your spiritual power, your spiritual alignment, your spiritual power, and your spiritual shamanistic connection. Maybe for some of you it feels like shamanism, earthly connections, ancestral connections. So yeah, I'm getting the message to keep asking, keep listening for your divine guidance to show you how. To show you how to be brave, show you how to bring in your power of spiritual connection into the world more. Be patient with yourself. So in the self placement, I'm getting the Temperance card. You may have Sagittarius in your chart. You may also have Sagittarius around you, influencing you in some way. I'm getting a benevolent feeling in a relationship that you have around you right now, Leo. I feel a benevolence in your relationship, whether that's romantic. I'm sorry, I have to let my cat in. Are you coming in? Feeling as though there's somebody around you that helps you to feel balanced. That's what I'm feeling. helps you to feel nurtured. So the next card that you get in the relationship sector is the Empress. The Empress. And the Empress, maybe you have a Leo or Taurus as well around you. But there's a richness of feeling safe, feeling nurtured, feeling seen, having a lot of support right now in a relationship around you. Or maybe your kids, or maybe being a mother, or just the relationships around you are helping you to feel balance. And that for some of you also, it's a call for more balance in being a mother or being in relationship with others. But that it's available, that it's available. And then we get the Hermit as your hopes and fear card. I feel like there might have been some kind of headache or medical something or other that you just recently came out of that caused some fear, but that also showed you to take a rest and to look within again. There's something with this Rest card and this Hermit card. I feel like that there was something that you just came out of health-wise, whether it was minor or a little more than minor, that it turned you around and it helped you realize that you need to take time to look within. I feel like it was a blessing, whatever that occurrence was that came in that had you turn around like that. And from all of this, this is the most amazing outcome card. You get the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles in this deck is this rich, in command of his life, his or her life, but male, fixed energy, in command. I think this is related to the sign of fixed earth. I think it's Taurus, so I think that it's lined with Taurus, but any earth sign or any earthy energy, and this is definitely mastery and confidence and grounded decision making, command over your universe, and feeling nurtured and sustained by your universe at the same time. So a real rich integration is coming for you, Leo, as you listen and as you embrace your divine rebel to really bring in spiritual power into your work, into your world, into your relationships. I feel like there's a lot of good coming for you. A lot of grace, and there's a unicorn in this card, and that unicorn is just like, through the connection of being grounded spiritually, magic happens. Unicorns show up. Life feels magical. So I offer this reading to you to be the most helpful. And I wish you lots of blessings to bring all these positive aspects into your life very soon, Leo. Thank you for joining me. Please, again, hit like if you would like, if this video could be shared more by hitting like, that would be so great. I'd be so grateful. And hit subscribe. Thank you so much, and I will see you next month.